It's tough to know where to start. In the past, 24, 48 hours, we've had the surprise rate cut. We had the latest data dump, the industrial, the economic activity numbers coming in even a bit less strong than expected. These downgrades aren't much of a surprise. Where is the Chinese economy now? Is it decelerating? Are people overreacting? How do you see it?
I mean, the economy is obviously decelerating. Growth is slowing. It's not where we had expected it would be at the beginning of the year. I think it's really interesting, the cuts that we got from Barclays and from JP Morgan, because it takes the rate of growth below 5%. And that is the official target for 2023 from the government. As we go below that 5% target for the year, I do think we will see the government taking more steps. Already after that surprise rate cut from the PBOC yesterday, we've seen calls by other analysts for more action by the PBOC, so more rate cuts, cuts to the reserve requirement. And so we do expect more action, not only on the monetary side, but also on the fiscal side, and the government taking a much more proactive approach to try to make sure it hits that 5% mark for the year.
John, we spent a lot of time talking about the youth unemployment problem in China, but government's got an elegant solution to that. Just stop reporting the numbers. Problem solved, right?
Well, what we know is that the Statistics Bureau said they needed to, quote unquote, optimize the statistics on youth employment before they could put those numbers out again. Whatever the motivation is, the perception that is fueling is that China is reducing access to data at a time when that data makes the economy look not very good. And so that is making especially markets and investors more jittery about how investable China is and how much they can rely on the information they're getting.
So tell us about the fact that Chinese authorities are considering cutting the stamp duty on stock trades. Until a story like this comes out, I don't think a lot of people outside China are really focused on this, but it's potentially a big deal. Are they going to do it, and what will it do for the economy?
Well, a cut in the stamp tax on stock trading is something that the brokerages and investment houses here in China have asked for. We do understand that the central government is considering such a plan. Some of the ministries, including the Ministry of Finance, have been asked to draft a proposal to do that. It does not mean that Beijing will necessarily decide to take that action, but it is something that is being considered. The motivation for doing that would be to instill an amount of confidence, not only in markets, but in the consumer. When stocks go up, people feel a little bit wealthier, and potentially they will spend more, and potentially that will help this economy get back on its feet.